This is the book that shifted my life perspective. This is the book that shifted my life perspective. It was published by these people, but I read it in a different version. There is another book that is more efficient, more effective, I believe, and it is called The Signature of God by Grant Jeffrey. The Signature of God by Grant Jeffrey. This simple and pleasant treatise is a description of why what they call the Bible ought to be fascinating. The most amazing drama that was ever presented to the mind of man. A drama written in prophecy in the Old Testament and in biography in the four Gospels. The most amazing drama is the narrative of Jesus the Christ. One outstanding fact among many completely isolates him. It is this: that one man only in the history of the world has had explicit details given beforehand of his birth, life, death, resurrection, that these details are in documents given to the public centuries before he appeared, and that no one challenges or can challenge, that these documents were widely circulated long before his birth, and that anyone and everyone can compare for himself the actual records of his life with those old documents and find that they match one another to a nicety. Centuries before Christ was born, his birth and career, his sufferings and glory were all described in outline and detail in the Old Testament. Christ is the only person ever born into this world whose ancestry, birth time, forerunner, birthplace, birth manner, infancy, manhood, teaching, character, career, preaching, reception, rejection, death, burial, resurrection, and ascension were all pre-written in the most marvelous manner centuries before he was born. Who could draw a picture of a man not yet born? Surely God and God alone. No one knew 500 years ago that Shakespeare was going to be born, or 250 years ago that Napoleon was to be born. Yet here in the writings, the Hebrew scriptures, we have the most striking and unmistakable likeness of a man portrayed, not by one, but by 20 or 25 artists, none of whom had ever seen the man they were painting. This is what caught my interest and shifted my perspective. Just giving you an introduction. But I'm telling you, this book and Signature of God by Grant Jeffrey are very good read aloud reminders. It's good sometimes to read things over and over again. We get so busy in our lives that we forget the foundational wonders. We forget the proofs of who we are and why we know that we're befriended. We have an invisible friend, Yeshua and the life giving Spirit treat us as friends